Hey Cowboy Nation, grab your hats and settle in because this is the biggest game day in Texas. The buzz is spreading like wildfire. Could Deion "Primetime" Sanders really be the next coach of the Dallas Cowboys? Will Shedeur Sanders, son of Primetime, shine as quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys? Just imagine the arrogance, energy, and magic of Primetime lighting up the sidelines. We're talking about a change that could shake up the NFL and put Dallas back on top. But is it real or just another headline? Stay with us as we delve into the rumors, the stakes, and what this could mean for America's team. Folks, here's a juicy one for y'all. Word is Jerry Jones, the mastermind behind the Dallas Cowboys, might have his sights on none other than Primetime himself, Deion Sanders, as the next head coach. Now let's be real. Deion's no stranger to the spotlight. He's already made waves coaching at Jackson State, where he turned a struggling program into one of the most talked-about teams in college football. His success at Colorado has caught even more attention. But here's the kicker. Would Deion really leave the college scene, where he's calling the shots and building something from the ground up, to step into the fiery NFL world? Coaching America's team isn't your average gig. It's a whole different beast with sky-high expectations and a relentless media glare. But hey, when Jerry sets his mind on something, he's like a dog with a bone. Rumor has it the two have already had some friendly, just talking conversations. You know how these things start. 1 minute you're chatting, the next headlines are flying faster than a Tony Pollard run. Now, let's wind the clock back a bit. Remember 2023? That viral clip of Jerry, Deion, and Shedeur Sanders hanging out lit up every screen from Dallas to Denver. It wasn't just for show, y'all. Insiders claimed that casual moment was more like the opening act of a long play. Even before Dak Prescott sealed his shiny new 2024 deal, whispers about Deion taking the helm started bubbling. And don't think Jerry wasn't playing chess, while the rest of us were busy with checkers. Every move, every handshake, it all seems part of his master plan to bring Deion home to Dallas. Think about it. Deion Sanders and the Cowboys share the same DNA. Swagger? Check. A history of greatness? Double check. Deion's got the charisma to fire up the locker room, the leadership to motivate and push the team beyond their limits, and the football knowledge to outcoach the best in the league. Sure, he's untested in the NFL. But sometimes greatness doesn't follow the rules. Jerry knows the value of a big splash, and there ain't no splash bigger than Primetime himself leading the Cowboys back to glory. Imagine the headlines, the energy, the ticket sales. It's the kind of move that turns football into a full-blown spectacle for fans who bleed blue and silver. This isn't just about the X's and O's. It's about the future of a franchise that's been aching for another Super Bowl run. Deion's potential arrival could signal a new era for Dallas football. It's a bold gamble, sure, but when has Jerry ever played it safe? With the Cowboys teetering on the edge of greatness, could this be the spark they need to finally reclaim their place as the kings of the NFL? Now, y'all, let's dive into what's got Cowboys fans talking around every water cooler in Texas. Michael Irvin, our very own playmaker, has been stirring the pot, claiming Deion Sanders might step into the big coaching boots if Shedeur Sanders, Deion's quarterback son, lands in Dallas. Think about it. Father and son teaming up under the bright lights of AT&T Stadium. It's got Cowboys legend written all over it. Irvin's been throwing these ideas out there like a game-winning pass, but the big question is it just chatter, or does he know something the rest of us don't? Either way, it's got Cowboys Nation buzzing louder than a summer cicada. Let's not forget the Mike McCarthy situation, though. His contract's up after 2024, and let's be real, his time in Dallas has been shakier than a Longhorn on roller skates. Jerry Jones ain't the type to settle for almost. And with the way this team is shaped, fans are looking for someone who can not only make it to the promised land, but set up camp there. Deion's charisma, football IQ, and undeniable swagger might just be the ticket to take the Cowboys to the next level. His coaching style, his ability to relate to players, and his understanding of what it takes to succeed at the highest level could be the exact infusion of energy this team needs. McCarthy's tenure, while successful in some respects, hasn't been without its fair share of bumps along the way. And the clock is ticking. Now, if there's one thing Jerry Jones knows, it's how to keep the Cowboys the center of attention in the NFL. Deion ain't just a football legend. He's a brand, a spotlight magnet, and the kind of coach who'd make the Cowboys the talk of the league every single week. Folks close to Jerry say he's already laying the groundwork for this power move. And honestly, can you imagine a better fit? Deion knows Texas, knows football, and most importantly knows how to win. But here's where it gets real spicy. McCarthy might have had his ups and downs, but with Jerry's eyes on Deion, every play, every game, and every decision this season feels like a final exam. Jerry's not just thinking about this year. He's thinking about the long-term success of the franchise, and he knows the type of media firestorm that would follow if Deion Sanders took over as head coach. The Cowboys are more than just America's team. They're a dynasty in the making, and Jerry's got no patience for slow builds. What do y'all think? Is Deion the missing piece to bring Dallas back to glory? Y'all know Deion Sanders ain't ever been one to shy away from big moments. He's in it for the love of the game and the way he can shape lives, plain and simple. Coaching in the NFL? That wasn't exactly in his playbook at first, but when Jerry Jones picks up that phone, well, let's just say it's hard to ignore. Imagine prime time himself calling the shots for America's team. That's the kind of story that makes folks sit up straight. Could Deion really resist the pull of Dallas? Let's face it, leading the Cowboys might just be too tempting to pass up. The combination of the pressure, the glory, and the opportunity to reshape the team and the league could be the perfect storm for Deion Sanders. Now, the locker rooms are already buzzing. CeeDee Lamb's been hinting on social media that he's all in for Deion coming to town. Micah Parsons, y'all know he's never shy, said he'd be a little torn about losing McCarthy, but can't help wondering what kind of spark Deion might bring. These aren't just whispers. It's clear the team's got their ears perked up. Can you blame them? Changes like this could flip the whole season on its head, making the Cowboys' locker room a completely new and energized place to be. Players want to win, and if they believe Deion can take them to the next level, they'll rally behind him, no question. Here's where the drama thickens, like a good old Texas stew. Dak Prescott's sitting on one of those mega contracts. Hard to move, no doubt. But the idea of drafting Shedeur Sanders? That'd be the kind of Hollywood storyline Dallas thrives on. Pairing Shedeur with his dad in Dallas is the stuff of legends. But how do you pull that off without ruffling feathers or blowing up the salary cap? Ain't no room for mistakes here. This takes more than charm. It's about strategy and grit. Jerry Jones ain't just about football. He's about making dollars and cents. Deion and Shedeur together? That's a jackpot of ticket sales, jerseys, and a whole new wave of younger fans who follow Shedeur's every move on social media. Dallas would be the center of attention, no doubt. You think Jerry's letting a marketing dream like that slip by? No way. This ain't just about the game. It's about growing the Cowboys brand into something even bigger. Well, y'all, let's not beat around the bush. Things are getting real interesting down in Dallas. Jerry Jones ain't exactly the type to sit back and play it safe, is he? Rumors are flying like tumbleweeds in a West Texas windstorm. And one name keeps popping up, Deion Sanders. Yep, primetime himself. Folks are wondering if he's the right fit to steer the Cowboys back to glory. Whether or not this turns out to be true, one thing's for sure. Changes are coming. Let's face it, the Cowboys are at a crossroads. Decisions made now will ripple through the franchise for years to come. Will they take bold steps toward dominance? Or are we just in for more heartbreak? Cowboys Nation has been starving for another Super Bowl run, and every move Jerry makes gets dissected like a Friday night brisket. The stakes couldn't be higher. Y'all, here's the kicker. Bringing in Deion ain't just about X's and O's. It's about culture, identity, and charisma, three things Sanders has in spades. But is that enough? Critics say he's improving at this level, while fans can't help but dream of a swagger-filled Cowboy sideline. Either way, his name alone could light a fire under this team. Not to mention the headlines it'd bring to Dallas Cowboys news. And let's not forget, Jerry loves a good headline. Now let's think about this beyond the buzz. What's really at stake here? For one, the Cowboys need consistency, not just flashy names. The NFL landscape's getting tougher every season, and American football's changed a lot since the Cowboys' glory days. If Deion comes in, he'll need to prove he can not only inspire, but also outcoach the best minds in the game. And what about Dak Prescott? Would a Sanders-led team give him the tools and trust to succeed, or would it just add more pressure to an already heavy load? So what's your call, Cowboys Nation? Is Deion Sanders the game-changer we've been waiting for, or just another big old distraction? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more. There's plenty more Cowboys news coming your way. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. Go, Cowboys!